if you're doing digital ad spend, let's say, and you're spending $500,000 on digital ad spend, people are like, well, you'd be crazy to not spend $50,000 to then like optimize your digital ad spend to like make sure that capital is being deployed properly. But like in accounting firms, the biggest line item is always going to be human capital. But it's like, oh, we're spending $3 million in salaries a year, but like we're not willing to do the $10 or $20,000 contract to make sure we're getting the most out of our people. And that looks like, again, that looks like compensation, that looks like culture, that looks like a lot of things kind of along those lines, process improvements, things like that. And so it's one of those like weird things where it's like, as soon as you're spending significant capital on almost anything else, people are like, we're also going to have a little bit of spend dedicated to like optimizing the thing. And then they kind of ignore a lot of firms or a lot of places will ignore that kind of largest line item. And there's like not a lot of thought into optimizing your spend on that, which I think is a huge missed opportunity. Right. So.
Yeah, I think of it as protecting your investment, just like you would anything else you invest in your life. I often will use the analogy of deferred maintenance on your house, right? Like ideally we're doing the ongoing upkeep of the house to keep it in good shape. You're not letting it just fall apart. And then when you're ready to sell it, having to scramble and invest tons and tons of money to get it back up to livable condition or sellable condition. So likewise, I absolutely like where you're looking, that we are investing a lot to hire and, recruit these individuals. We're spending a ton of time getting them up to speed, getting them to be functional contributors in the firm. And then to not protect that investment seems short-sighted, I would say. Yeah. And I think if we take ourselves out of the position of running our own businesses in the case of these firms and think about the advice they'd be giving to their clients, usually they'd be advising their clients to protect their investments in some ways. And then it's just hard to take your own advice sometimes.